We'll do the big target. Hey guys, Shy Midget here. So I got another gun to do a review on. So this is my personal gun. It is a Bersa, which might not be as popular as Glocks or really any other company. So you might have not even heard of them. I do know that Bersa has made scopes. I've had a Bersa scope before, but I've never owned one of their firearms. But here's the day that I own one. So I had just bought my SIG 556. It was about a month and a half before coronavirus, and then this thing I got during coronavirus about 2 weeks ago. It was actually the day that I had my surgery on my knee. I checked the tracking number and I saw it was delivered, so I called the FFL and they said, oh, it's here, give me half an hour to get it, everything set up with it and you can come pick it up. So I was like, sweet. But moving on to the gun itself, I will be comparing this pistol to a SIG P229, so this isn't just a comparison video, but I am going to compare to a similar sized handgun, and it's in the same class. Let's open the box here. As you can see, it says Bersa on there. It's got the model on the side. You open it up, and this is what you see. So I'm going to set that aside. First of all, I'm going to mention it is the TPR9C. So they make this is the 9mm subcompact, and then they make a full-size 9mm, and then they also make 45 version, which I didn't want to get because it only holds like 7 rounds or something like that, the subcompact, 7 or 8, and I'm like, in a defensive pistol, I need more ammo than that, just saying. So when you take out the foam piece, you got some paperwork. Right here is my receipt for the FFL. It was $25 fee. The last thing that comes in there is a Bersa key. This actually unlocks the handgun. So I'll just show you this real quick. It's actually a really cool feature, maybe for people that have kids in the house and you want to keep the gun accessible, so you can lock it and leave it out. You can use a magnet and put it on a wall or beside your bed or whatnot, and it's going to be completely disabled. I cannot pull the hammer back, I can't cock it, I can't pull the trigger. It is locked, basically indefinitely. And then you can keep this, in your pocket or somewhere, I don't know, to unlock it. I don't know. Personally, I'm not going to use this because, of course, when I need the handgun, I'm going to need it to fire. I don't want to have to fiddle with it and unlock it. So that would only be used on special circumstances. Comes with 2 magazines. The base plates are plastic. The magazine itself is steel. They hold 13 rounds, and they have the indentations 5, 9, and 13, so you can see when you've loaded it all the way, which is cool. And the SIG magazine also holds 13, and you can see it's actually significantly shorter, the TPR9C, which means that the grip on the TPR9C, obviously the mag's out, the grip on the TPR9 is shorter by quite a bit. And that actually is important for carrying. That's heavier as well. But for carrying, you don't want to print because the length of the grip is what would be shown. Whereas on the TPR9C, my finger kind of hangs down until I put in the mag, and then my finger can rest on the little ledge. It does only come with the 2 mags, and the magazines are pretty expensive. They're about $45 just for a 13 rounder, which is pretty retarded. So moving on to just features of the pistol. Up front, this is a threaded barrel. Now it is rifled all the way to the end, which is really cool. So when you compare barrel lengths, when you put them side by side, this is TPR9C actually has a longer barrel, I kid you not. So TPR9C, Bersa, it's made in Argentina. And then on the other side, it's got the serial number, imported by RSA Enterprises, Ocean, New Jersey. And then the chamber also, or the barrel itself, but on the chamber portion actually has the serial number as well, and the 9x19. So at first I didn't really care for the sights, but they kind of grew on me. So on the back you have 2 small white dots, and on the front you have a very large one. So moving back, you have a chamber indicator. So when you have a round in the chamber, just like that, it is going to lift up. You can feel it by rubbing the top of the gun. It is It's not painted red, but you'll just feel it. And then without it there, it's totally flat. So it's pretty easy to feel it. Then on the frame, you have a takedown lever. To get the slide off, you just flip it down like an M9. You don't have to hit a button on the other side though, and it just slides off. I have cleaned this gun twice actually. I've only shot it once. Moving on to other features, it has a ambi slide lock on either side. It's pretty beefy too. You can push it up and it works on both sides. Hit it down. You can power stroke it, of course. Any modern handgun you should be able to when the mag is loaded. That's an easy way to get around chamber pretty quickly. I wish that maybe it was a little longer and they made the decocker shorter. Because as you can see, the decocker and the slide lock actually like sit together and actually looks really nice. It's very sleek. But I wish that maybe they would have shortened this up. Had a longer slide lock, because then I'd be able to reach it a little easier. Again, like I said, it is a decocker. You swing it up and it decocks it. I will say it is very, very loud and it doesn't spring down. You have to push it back down. Kind of like the M9, which means you can put it up and have a safety. But I really did wish it would just spring its way down. And that is one thing I do like more about the SIG. So take a look at this. Decocker on this thing is very silent. See how quiet that is? We have a skeleton hammer, and it is double and single action hammer fire, which I prefer, just like the M9. So you can run a round in the chamber. So you can draw it and have the double action, click, and it's actually not that bad, honestly. Swing it out, it's actually not all that bad, but then it'll go into single action, and then look at the reset on the trigger on single action. That's it. That's it. That is it. The shortest reset I have ever seen. So on the bottom of the frame, it actually has a rail, only one slot. The SIG's got 3, so it is what it is. The frame on the TPR9C is aluminum with plastic grips, and then I believe the SIG is plastic or aluminum and plastic grips, or these are rubber. But I think the frame is aluminum, but the gun is just heftier. The SIG is just heavier. Basically, the ammo that I'm going to use out of it, I have the steel case Wolf stuff. This is just plinking ammo. I get a bunch of this for very cheap. Thankfully, the price ammo went down after Corona. The prices went up a decent amount. They came back down, so I got another case of this 9mm. So this stuff is just good for plinking around, just range stuff. But for carrying, I decided to go with Hornady Critical Defense. So I got 2 of these boxes. They're very expensive, actually. They're the FTX Bullet. It is a hollow point. Let me show you what they look like. I got 2 of these boxes. So there it is, pretty gnarly. It is a silver case. It's 115 grain, which is kind of your basic load. Same weight. I've seen some gel tests on these, and they do a very good job at expanding and doing what they're supposed to do. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. I will be putting shooting footage at the end of this. So if you have any questions or anything, let me know, and thank you for watching. I'm out here shooting this stuff. Oh, I did change the sights out, so I'm shooting with the new sights. I'll mention that. Second, this is the ammo I'm going to be shooting. It's Federal 115 grain, just like the steel case stuff. Same weight. It's just brass case, and it's Federal. Seems like pretty good stuff. We'll do the 13 rounder and then the 16.